let's get into the show. All right, so I just mentioned and kind of teased it earlier because our guest coming up next hour. If you are a boxing fan, well, you've got some boxing-ish. I don't know what you want to call this. We have a fight coming for November 14th. Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis are going to be fighting in the ATL, shawty. They'll be down in Atlanta with this fight. It'll be it's confirmed, so it's a real thing, and the contracted weight is yet to be determined because obviously around fighting weight is about a 50, 55 pound difference between the two normally.
Yes.
So that's crazy weight. But here we go again. This one just happens kind of out of the blue as we have, to me, the big fight we've all been wanting in less than a month now, and Canelo and Bud Crawford. So this is how I view this. And Rob and I have had this conversation because we've had 2 or 3 of these types of fights now since I've joined the show. Jake Paul, first of all, they let a YouTuber come in and hijack the sport. That's number one. Number two, Jake Paul is a Chrysler 300 to Bud Crawford and Canelo's Phantom. What I mean by that, it looks like boxing, kind of, sort of, smells like it, feels like it, sounds like it, but it ain't real boxing. And the trouble and the issue I have with this one, Ephraim, is that you got Tank Davis is an actual real fighter in his prime. He's only 30, and as somebody who's been pound for pound one of the best for the last handful, half a decade or so. And so this is the scary part is for boxing and boxing fans is it's one thing for me to get an almost 60-year-old Mike Tyson, right? Okay, we all know he's kind of washed, and maybe he was doing it for money, maybe he was doing it for this, maybe he was doing it for that. It's another thing to go get a Nate Robinson who was a basketball player, and then I bring him into this world because I can throw some hands. No, you can't. You got them hands put on you, Nate. It's another thing to go get MMA fighters and all of that. When you go get an actual real boxer, for real boxer, who is a knockout artist, who is still in his prime, and now you put him in this exhibition, this just shows me right now that the sport is officially gone, and the only hope we have is September 13th, Canelo and Bud Crawford. Because hopefully we see that Phantom Rolls Royce, and we go, oh, that's what real boxing is. That's the real deal. And then we get tired of what we're going to see. And I think what's sad about this is a little bit is you have guys who are doing anything for a paycheck and slightly being exploited. I don't want to jump all up in his business, but Tank's got some legal stuff going on right now. And I think when you look at because he's a real fighter, so Mike Tyson did at one point, I think it was 120 million people, but usually around 65 million were watching. Those are Super Bowl numbers.
Yes.
With Mike Tyson. Because of Mike Tyson, folks who love Jake Paul will love it because he gets to beat up the old guy. Folks who hate Jake Paul will watch it because hopefully the old guy, Mike Tyson, goes Super Saiyan and brings back the 25, 30-year-old year ago him and knocks him out. I don't think they'll do those types of numbers, but I do think you'll get fight fans who say, well, shoot, Tank is a real fighter. He's not old. He's not, washed up, and hope that this will be the knockout. But what you're going to get, Ephraim, you're going to get two guys who come into agreement behind closed doors, wink at each other. We ain't going to hurt each other. We're going to throw some hands, but we ain't going to hurt each other. And let's make a payday. You'll go get your biggest payday you've ever gotten, Tank Davis. I'll make just another one because this is routine for me and Jake Paul. And this is what we're about to get. And it sucks. And I hope that Phantom Rolls Royce is amazing in September, that we get reminded of what real boxing is like.
What is boxing?
It is Bud Crawford.
No, what is boxing?
Throwing hands.
What is boxing?
Fight, the sweet science.
No.
Boxing.
Yes,
fighting.
all of those
What do you want me to say?
It's entertainment.
Don't do that.
Just listen to what I'm saying.
Don't do that.
All right? Don't do that. Boxing is entertainment, right? Sports is entertainment. Football, basketball, it's entertainment.
Okay.
That's why people pay, go sit down, get the hot dog, the popcorn, the nachos, all of those things. You go to the movies, you get your popcorn, your hot dogs, your sodas, and all of those things.
Okay.
It's entertainment. Has boxing been entertaining us at a high level?
Absolutely not.
So, here comes a genius marketer who found a niche, right? YouTube fame, hundreds of millions of views and followers, how can I bring them into this space over here, right? And you start tongue-in-cheek, start calling people out and have some exhibition fights. I believe the first 2 fights were between 2 YouTubers, KSI and Jake Paul, and they played that in the movie theater. I remember they were playing that at the movie theater. And so it became a thing like, oh, wait, there is a market for this because it is entertaining. One of the greatest boxers of our generation showed us how much entertainment boxing is, and that's Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
24/7, and then the Showtime series leading up to the fight. Remember the 24/7 with Floyd and Ricky Hatton?
Yep.
Everybody, they was like, ooh, Floyd in trouble.
He finally about to get somebody.
Oh, Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
Oh man, they went to his homeland. Everybody is cheering for Ricky Hatton. It wasn't even close. But leading up to the fight, what did it do? It made people say, "Oh, I got to see that." Right? You're telling a story. It's a narrative. What is one of the biggest live sporting events in the world?
I mean, there's so many. Which not
WWE.
No.
WWE. No. Look at the deals they're doing.
I'm talking about,
right?
I'm gonna lean back towards that entertainment more so than the.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. Everyone on the planet, except for your 7 or 8 year old, turn the radio off if they're in the car, knows it's fake. It's scripted, right? How can John Cena come back after 10 years and win the title? It's entertainment. People don't care.
Ephraim.
They don't care if it's real or if it's fake. It's entertaining. So when you see Tank, who is one of the top boxers on the planet, and a Jake Paul, love him or hate him, sign a deal like this, guess who's going to watch? Everybody. Because we haven't gotten our fix in real fights.
And I blame Floyd.
Why would you blame Floyd?
And I'll tell you that on the other side.
Yeah.
Ephraim and I are talking about, and that is the big fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis, November 14th in Atlanta. Essentially you were saying it's entertainment, and this is where we are. Couple of things to add to your what you were saying, or at least to push back on a couple of things. You say entertaining, and I say the theatrics or the idea of it could be entertaining, but most of the fights, 90% of them, have not been entertaining. Mike Tyson, the most entertaining thing was him. Everybody didn't know he wore thongs before fights. That was the biggest thing.
It was a jockstrap,
Alex, no more Tyson's big booty.
It was a jockstrap, man.
Please, no more pictures of Tyson's big booty. Please, no more booty shots.
No more booty shot. That was the most entertaining thing of it. Or people saying, I never knew that Mike Tyson bites his gloves before, because he had to do something to control himself from knocking Jake Paul out.
Hey.
He had to bite himself to remind himself, because he's got 40, 50 years of muscle memory of when you throw that weak jab, I'm going to duck it and do this. And now you got Gervonta with the proper name, Tank Davis, because he's about to tank and really put his real integrity and all of that boxing on hold and fight. And Vegas has the odds at minus 180 for Tank. So people think he's actually going to win.
Wow.
Because it's going to be a draw. They're going to have 3 moments where it looks like they threw some real hands.
I mean.
And then if they're going to walk away.
What's lose? Like, there is no. If Tank wins, there's no downside for Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul wins no matter what. We all know that, because I'm in your
He hasn't won every fight he's been in. So what I'm saying is, once he has a loss and understands that business is business.
Why didn't Floyd understand that?
What do you mean?
Why was he so determined to have the 50-0 that he manufactured the last, handful of fights? I'm gonna fight this person this time.
Fought Pacquiao. Wasn't that his last real fight?
Right, and they were Pacquiao-old. And both of them.
I mean,
both of them were older. We didn't get it when we wanted it. We barely getting this one in September, by the way. If 10 years ago I told you about this fight, you would have put the age at, like, I said, what's the absolute maximum where you'd be like, all right. This is it for Canelo. and Bud. Because what mantra or what motto has Canelo been following? The Floyd. And I get it. Control your own destiny. Fight when you want. Fight once, twice a year and all of that and kind of, get it where it's in your advantage.
Once you become a champion, you don't fight more than twice a year. Like, that's just out the window. Like, that does you no favors.
I'm saying getting the fights, Ephraim, that we always wanted. We haven't gotten them regularly.
What
routinely.
do you want? What fight do you want?
Well, now it's this one that we're about to get.
Okay, but then after that one, which one do you want?
Oh, no, it's about to be a trilogy.
Oh, okay, so you want the same two to just run it back.
Where
else would you like to fight? Any of the heavyweights
and Canelo?
Any of the heavyweights?
No, I can't even think. Who
we don't even know.
I don't even know the heavyweights out here.
And like I'm saying, there is a void in entertainment and eyeballs in boxing that Jake Paul and his brother have figured out a way to step into to give people entertaining things.
Well, is it going to be entertaining?
I believe
because
it's going to be
the thought of it being entertaining, and then all these fights end up not being entertaining. Now, this is technically an exhibition. This will not be an actual
Of course
fight.
not.
So this is why I think Tank has no problem tanking and taking it lightly. If Tank went in there for real, like dead serious, like blackout, I'm a boxer, and you throw that I know the counter punch, like I just want to do, he absolutely would beat Jake. This isn't Tyson at 57 or 58, what he was.
No, it's a young man in his prime.
This is a 30-year-old who all I know is boxing. My neck is 1 inch.
What were they saying to Jake Paul? Well, fight a real boxer. Fight a boxer in his prime. It was supposed to, you got to remember, it was supposed to be Canelo. It was supposed to be Canelo. That deal was supposed to be done, and they were going to fight in Abu Dhabi. And then Canelo was like, nah, I'm going to go fight Crawford.
Because thank God Canelo, first of all, he has all the money in the world. So money.
But guess who gonna fight? Guess who he gonna fight after Crawford?
He's absolutely fighting Jake Paul in 4 years.
Come on, man!
Absolutely in 4 years.
It's a play. They're entertainers. They're going to entertain.
Nothing else matters anymore.
It doesn't matter. Look, you got to understand the state of boxing itself. Now, don't sit up here and be a boxing purist and say, well, boxing was all above board, and look at all of the shady.
No, come on, we know
promoters
that.
And like now athletes.
But we got fights.
But listen to what I'm telling you. Where's the money from those fights from these athletes? They're now controlling their own. If Tank want to go fight Jake Paul, a YouTuber, he can go over there and fight Jake Paul, a YouTuber, and make $150 million, and then go back to doing whatever he's doing. That's the difference. Back then, promoters, they handled all that. Floyd also showed you, be your own promoter.
And that's why
be your own boss.
I have so much respect for Floyd the businessman. We're getting ready to break here in a minute. I had a chance to BET, they do the BET Awards here in LA, but they do a whole like week of stuff out around town. And they had it was called Genius. I think it was Genius or Genius Speaks or something. And it was Floyd, and God bless the dead, it was Kobe Bryant, back to back. You talk about just me sitting there like, wow. Hearing these two guys, just amazing conversations. Jamel Hill hosted the one with Kobe. But going back to the Floyd, listen, when they start talking about the business of boxing, he sounded like William Shakespeare.
Hey, man,
and
you can say whatever you want to about him.
I mean, he was, but I'm doing it, understand. Now they start talking about his personal life, and it was stuttering Stanley.
Let me tell you this. Wait till you see the documentary. Wait till you see Floyd's doc.
Coming? You already got a little piece
Wait
of that?
till you see Floyd's doc.
Okay.
We're doing his
You're
doc.
doing it?
My brother's directing it.
Nice. Y'all need a voiceover?
What I'm saying is,
Do, re, mi, fa, sol,
wait till you see. We spent a lot of time with Floyd.
Listen, Floyd, the money man, and understanding that, I have no problem. Like, I love that end of it. He said, I'm not going to walk out of here at the end of it, blah, 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 can't talk, and I ain't got no money, and I'm bankrupt, and I got to fight at 55. Because you know how some of those boxers, I ain't going to call some out, but it's sad.
A lot of promoters out there owe a lot of fighters a lot of money.
And ruin some lives and brain damage for sure.